Jack FM's Team of the Week.
And this week it's the turn of Southampton Bike Park, and with us we've got Lewis. Morning, Lewis.
Morning.
Tell us about Southampton Bike Park then, because it's very much your baby, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a labour of love. Put a lot of effort into it. But it's a multi-skill level off-road bicycle training facility for people of all ages. We're based down at the sports centre. We've been there for just over a year, and thanks to all our volunteers, we've managed to get a lot done, and it's looking like a good summer.
So let's just go right back to the start, and we'll look at what the idea was and how it came about, because I think that there was maybe a few people, yourself very much one of them, who wanted to provide somewhere for people to ride that was safe and that was well looked after and all the rest of it. And you had an idea of where you wanted to do it, but it wasn't just as easy as saying, we're going to do it, was it?
No, it wasn't. I mean, initially there's another guy called Nick Clark. He came up with the idea one sunny afternoon and went about looking for some land. Found this nice place up at the sports centre and approached Active Nation. Went through the various channels, and a year later we were given permission to start work.
So what did you do? I mean, it's by the football pitches, isn't it? Or sort of above them?
Yeah, just above the football pitches, by all the cricket pitches and stuff. But well, originally it was going to be a funded project, but then we decided that we'd all, give it a go ourselves, pick up some spades, have it, just get all the volunteers down and make it happen, really. So on Good Friday of last year, we all met up. We had about 50 people there from all over Southampton, and we all just got to work, really. And we're a year on now, and we're nearing completion, still with no funding, just everyone doing it for the love of it, really.
I don't want to touch on anything too controversial here, but sometimes what happens is that people go and do this kind of things off their own back in woods, which are not theirs, and this is a safer alternative, isn't it, effectively?
Yeah, I mean, that's always been the struggle for mountain bikers, is finding an area to do this, because like you say, most of the land is privately owned, so by providing this space, we've got a nice open area where people can do it, and there's sufficient access to get an ambulance in if needs be, and it's a lot safer for people rather than being sort of tucked away in the woods where you can hit a tree or whatnot. So it's just a much safer training environment for people of all ages. Okay,
so it's been half-term week this week, Lewis, and you've been down there and it's been being used?
Yep, the week coming up to half-term, we got our volunteers together and we got the park all sort of set up for this week. And luckily we've been graced with this nice weather. And the kids have been down there. They're not on their computers, they're down there riding their bikes. And everyone's having really good fun.
Okay, so I didn't cycle for like 20 years, used to when I was a kid all the time. Got a bike maybe October time. If I was to come down to the sports centre and turn up with my bike, what would I see? What would I be able to do? Would it be too much for me? It would be too much for me, wouldn't it, really?
Well, no, I'd have to disagree. I mean, we've built a number of different trails, all sort of ranging up from very basic kind of flowing things down the hill, and then we've got the bigger runs for the more competent cyclists with some jumps and obstacles and whatnot. But yeah, we've got a variety of everything. So if you were to turn up, I'm sure we could take you on a little tour of what we have, and you can get cycling.
And is it something which is only open when you guys are there, or I mean, how does that work? You talked about training. Is it kind of structured in terms of when it's used and who's allowed to use it?
Not at all. I mean, it's there all the time, obviously, and it's free to use. So people are welcome to ride the park whenever they get the time to get up there. We're going to be doing a monthly event there on the first Sunday from April, and we'll have the local bike shops there providing training and bike doctors and all that kind of stuff, just to help people when they get here.
If we want to find out more, I know you've got quite a presence on Facebook, haven't you, in particular?
Yeah, well, that was one of the things we wanted to do, because alongside providing the training facility, we wanted people to go away from their experience there at the park and have loads of photos and videos and stuff. So we've created this Facebook page where we put all that stuff up and put all our information up.
And the way that it works with Facebook is it's simply facebook.com/Southampton Bike Park.
That is correct, yeah.
Okay, so get along and like the guys on Facebook, and if you're in the area, get along and ride the trails as well, Lewis. Great work that you're doing there, and thanks for telling us all about it.
That's not a problem. Thanks for talking to me.
Jack FM's Team of the Week.